Hello everyone and welcome to this very exciting video. Right before your eyes is the brand new Piper Arrow by Just Flight. Now just to say thank you so much to Scott for providing an early access version of this, but please bear in mind that it's actually not quite finished yet and there's a number of tweaks and sounds that are missing. But having said that, I am really thankful that I'm able to show this on the channel, particularly because this is a highly anticipated release. And if you don't know why, Just Flight, I mean, they're the last word when it comes to general aviation aircraft, and they've recently really shown what they can do in X-Plane 11, so I'm very excited to see what they can produce for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, of course, as we pan around the aircraft, it looks epic. It is absolutely beautiful. And this brings to my attention to something that I haven't seen yet in this sim. There's been a number of developers bring some very nice aircraft into this sim, but they haven't been able to so far beat the the visual fidelity of the default aircraft. That is about to change. Right guys, seriously, are you sat down? Because I'm now going to go into the cockpit and I want you to be sat down because you are going to be blown away by this. Are you ready? So guys, we are now inside the cockpit, and no, honestly, I haven't fooled you. This is not a photograph. This is the actual cockpit of this aircraft, and hand on heart, this is the best rendition of any aircraft, actually, of any cockpit that I've ever seen to date. And that's, honestly, I know that's a big thing to say, but I truly mean that. I have never seen textures this crisp before. They've gone and raised the bar again. I don't know how they keep doing this, but it's just mind-blowing. Look at the 4K texture work here, the PBR rendering, and just all those beautiful scratches. The materials, they just look right. That you see there, like the rudder pedals and how they're kind of, it looks metal. And then you've got the leather stitching on the top here. It's absolutely a work of art, and they should be extremely proud of what they've done here. Now, just before we start, I just want to draw your attention to this sort of iPad-style sort of overview of the aircraft, which I'm so pleased that they've been able to add this into Microsoft Flight Simulator, because this is really what we've been missing. We now have the option to have tie-downs, which you've just seen outside. We can remove them now and open the doors. It's just simple things like that that I've really missed. We'll just have a look outside actually to see them open. Look at that. That's beautiful. Very nice. And of course you can set the aircraft for ready for takeoff, ready to start, or cold and dark. Now, because this is an early release version, okay, and it's not going to be a full in-depth review, I'm actually going to just click the ready for takeoff for this particular flight, simply because there's a lot of things still not quite ready yet, okay? So don't hate me so much for that, because trust me, I'm going to do a full cold and dark start, and we're going to actually take this aircraft all around the UK in VR very soon. So to be honest, you're going to be seeing tons and tons of videos with this bird. But for this first impressions, we're just going to keep things fairly simple. So here we go, we're ready for takeoff. Wow. That sounds absolutely beautiful. And you can see there as she fired into life, all the shakes and rattles. It's that attention to detail that I really do appreciate. And even the suspension linkage, kind of like, you can see it compressing a little bit as the momentum of the engine coming into life. God, that's just fantastic. And really, there's been a lot of releases now for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but Just Flight have done the right thing. They've held back on their general aviation aircraft to really fine-tune them and produce this sort of fidelity. And it shows, it truly does. Anyway, we're going to find a runway, and we're going to do a circuit here at Oxford to see how she flies. Now, bearing in mind, I have flown in a real Piper Arrow. Now, I'm no PPL holder, but my friend owns a Piper Arrow, and we actually did a three or 4 day tour of the south of France, and I got plenty of time to fly the aircraft, and actually landed it at La Rochelle. So I've got a bit of idea of what it should feel like, and with that low wing that's notorious for the Piper aircraft, makes them very stable. So we'll see how that translates to this aircraft. Here we go then, the moment of truth has arrived. Let's get airborne and listen to those beautiful sounds. Oh, did you see how the gear retracted there and it was sort of out of synchronization? Wasn't completely perfect. And that again shows that attention to detail that I absolutely love from Just Fly. Well done. Oh, I'm falling in love, guys. Literally falling in love with this. 80 knots. And she's climbing nice and steady, feeling very stable. You know, when Microsoft Flight Simulator was first released in August, I was chomping at the bit for an aircraft of this fidelity to arrive, and I knew it was going to be a while. But, you know, just over 6 months later, we finally have an aircraft that is worthy of this sim. This is, and I'll say it now, even at this early stage, this is a must-buy. For anyone who's into general aviation aircraft, and particularly now the UK update is here, this is the perfect steed. Imagine this in VR with the HP Reverb G2. Oh my goodness me, or even the Quest 2. So here we are on downwind. This will be a bit of a short flight, but rest assured I will be showing this off with a full in-depth review very soon, including general handling tests with stalls and steep turns, and of course you'll be seeing this all around the UK. That's possibly the smoothest gear animation I've seen. I'm just falling in love with the sounds as well. So we'll trim this baby up here, full flaps, and get it down and back on the deck again. And call this first impressions video done for now. I love that cockpit. It just looks so real. I posted a shot on my community tab and everyone was like, surely that's a real photograph. I rest my case, to be honest. A little bit fast here, so we'll just do a side slit just to see how we get on. Look at that, straight away we're bleeding speed and altitude down to 1500 feet per minute, and that's worked a treat. You see, that shows the flight modelling off really well right there. Attempt to go outside for touchdown here. Bit tricky there, landing from the outside view, but I really wanted to show you the suspension linkages and how they compress. So there we are, guys, plenty more of this bird to come with a full in-depth review. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care and bye for now.